Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, we're in the middle of the week. First up, General Insurance Company, General Accident Insurance, trading in their shares on the buy side. It's a small one, but always good to see. Senior manager here buying up 2,500 units on June 9th, 2021. We will remind you, General Accident expanding into the Caribbean, into Barbados and Trinidad. So expect to see probably more buying into the shares as the company gets bigger and bigger. More gross premiums there by General Accident. Next up, Guardian Holdings, another company in that sector, coming out with an allocation of their shares. So further to the company, NCB Global Holdings invitation of the offer to purchase shares in GHL. There's different subsets. So the general public, the allocations were made for the general public on a first come, first served basis. The seller, NCB Global Holdings, because the share price has been trading consistently at an average price of Jamaican $7.50 to $7.60, which is actually below where the offer price was, or the deal $7.95 or so. They decided to actually give back a partial refund of 48 Jamaican and 4 cents per share, which means shareholders who participated in this overall received an effective price of $746.96 per share. Next up, ICreate appoints President of ICreate Institute here. So ICreate's coming out with an advisory effective June 7th, 2021. Mr. Dominic Summers is appointed now in the capacity of and it comprises the educational division of the company overall. That's ICreate, listed on the stock market. Now in this pharmaceutical company distribution business, coming out with their second quarter, they really had a obstacle here, clearly throwing in a clinker here. Net profits declining 70% for Q2 or the second quarter. The company is saying actually just due to excessive charges and let's say air freight, sea freight, that's what really hurt them, as well as just restrictions with a curfew that hurt them as well in terms of expired goods and sales. Last up, overseas markets. Huge deal here if you're a sports lover and a spirits lover. Diageo and the NFL coming out. NFL season coming up in August or September, around that time, but doing a deal together. Now, Diageo is the first spirit company to sign a deal or sponsorship deal actually with the National Football Association, or let's say the NFL, the league actually. For a long time they had beer, on their agenda, but no spirits because of, of course, families, children, etc. But it includes all of Diageo's portfolio except Guinness beer. It's a multi-year deal. Now, the first part of their portfolio, their brand portfolio, was Crown Royal Whiskey. About 2017 or so was the part of their portfolio that got this deal going, but there's so much more. Smirnoff will be coming on track, their whole Scotch whiskey portfolio, and all of what Diageo is doing in terms of upgrading, where they sponsor their Scotch whiskey portfolio and so forth. So major deal here, great stuff for Diageo. Diageo actually sponsored as much as 10 or 12 teams before getting this deal with the NFL. So Diageo really should probably benefit from this, actually probably more than even the NFL. I'm Mark Croskery, this is Business Live.